Okay, hello YouTube. This video is already starting a little bit insane, but I think that's on theme for what I am going for. I am filming right now in the early afternoon light, so I'm just hoping that it remains bright enough for you to see this in okay lighting. My desk is always a mess. And that's probably why you clicked on this video, because you realize that you too are quite a bit of a mess. I'm going to title this video something along the lines of how to plan when you are crazy. Now, I don't think I'm crazy in in the unreality sense. I'm not crazy in the unreality sense. No. I am crazy in the way that I am particular plus eccentric plus poor executive function. And in that, is it ADHD? Is it autism? Am I just a little weird, wacky, silly little guy? Unfortunately, I am undiagnosed. So it could be a conglomerate of these things. It could be none of these things at all. But I'm going to try to extract the best life that I can with the qualities that I have. I forgot to do my intro, so I'll do it now. Hi, what's up YouTube? My name is Angelina, aka Bittersweetener. You don't know me, but if you did, you would know that I have never been able to have any control of my life in any meaningful way. So here comes the planner of all planners. Now, this is not a finished thing. It's something that I have been thinking about for months and have decided to put together for this year 2025. So this is going to be my 2025 planner. And I'm going to talk about what I have so far, thoughts of what is to come, but I have yet to see it, yet to figure it. It's not fully fleshed out yet, but this is what I have so far, and I'm really happy with what I have so far, so I'm going to show it to you guys. So first, this is just like a cheap A6, it's called an A6. I don't think it actually fits A6 paper, but it's an A6 planner that I had gotten off of Amazon some odd years ago because I was doing envelope stuffing, cash envelope stuffing, because I'm again a little bit crazy. Not that people that do that are crazy, but the reasons that I were doing it were for unusual reasons. But anyway, so it had this planner, and I'm kind of obsessed with the vibe and aesthetics of ring binder planners. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to test it out because I'm too broke to buy any material. So everything was stuff that I have just amassed over the years. And so that's what we're gonna see today. Okay, so normally I would have my canvas pen here and also an actual pen, but those are in the other room right now. Okay, so we open it up. I don't have anything here yet. I'm sure I'll end up, as the time goes on, amass note papers, sticky notes, etc., etc. I just started with a little Ziploc baggie to keep my sticky notes because I'm a big lover of making post-it note to-do lists that you can just throw out at the end of the day, because I don't really like looking back at my to-do list, especially if there's things that I haven't done. Like a to-do list, like 1 or 2 things on it, stresses me out. So I'm going to try to work away. Anyway, when I do need to make to-do lists, I like to put them on sticky notes. So that's all that's there. As I get like stickers and stuff, I want to get stickers and stuff, and I'll put them in here as I get them. So the first page that we open up to, it is a quote. It's a page from Pinhead. I don't know how well this is going to translate. It's a pretty black image. So the supplies that I had on hand were this like weird, slightly glossy paper, this everyday business paper, and a laser, black and white ink, a laser printer, and this paper that I had to individually cut this random size. This is a size that I made up that does not exist in any standard form of paper, but it's what fit. I made it fit this book specifically. And I just took a bunch of images from online that I thought would make me happy. One of the things that I have hyperfixated on this year has been Hellraiser. I love Hellraiser. I love Pinhead. So we're starting off the notebook with a quote from Pinhead. If you have a quality, be proud of it. Let it define you, whatever it is. Yeah, I think that's really baller. I am self-described as a fucking freak, and I'm okay with that as a title. I enjoy that, and I think that is my quality, and I think my goal this year, and I guess for the rest of my life, is to really let my freak flag fly, as it were, and just be myself, and let myself define me, and not live up to anyone else's definitions or desires of me. So flip it over, and then we have some goals immediately into 2025 goals. I thought that it was good to have this in the front, just so that way I'm always thinking about what is to come, because otherwise, if this is like in some other like mid-page, I won't ever think about it again. I had a regular bound journal for 2024, and I did not look at my goals very often. I think I only got like 2 of my goals done because of that. So this, we have it front and center, and also we have the great ability to just take it out of the notebook at any time. so I can have it if I wanted to post it on my wall for a little bit, if I wanted to put it on the fridge or something, and then put it back in my book later, I could. You know, I think it's good that I could have it, I could look at it, and it's accessible to me. So my main goal is to finish 2 books. I read a lot, like a hell of a lot for someone who hasn't finished a book this year, I don't think. Or no, I've finished a couple books this year. I only forgot about them, but I am very slow to finish physical books because a lot of what I read is fan fiction, or yeah, it's mostly fan fiction and articles. So I really wanted to, you know, have at least 2, and then if I get around to reading more, I'll just add pages somewhere in here. I want to post 4 videos to My Dad Thinks I'm Weird. That is my art channel. This is my channel to be myself, and that is my channel to post my art. And I posted, I want to say 7 or 8 videos last year, which is really cool and exciting. But barely, I wasn't consistent enough for it to matter. So I'm hoping, I want to shoot for 4, like, really good videos. For the 4 of them, I'm hoping the first one will be a flip through of last year's sketchbook, because I actually finished a sketchbook this year, which is something I'm very proud about. But I'll talk about that some other time in a different video. And then I want to post 10 videos to this channel. I have like 2 or 3 videos, like the footage just sitting on my laptop, unedited. So I should have, including this one, which hopefully will be my first, well, it'll be my last post of 2024 probably, or my first post of 2025. I haven't decided yet. But when we get to it, it'll get to it. So hopefully this will be the first one. And if not, I have a couple videos that can go up and that I would like to post and share. Then another real thing I had, I love learning, but I feel like I haven't done any focused learning really since college. Well, no, I did a little other stuff over the summer, but that doesn't matter. But I really want to learn how to code because I want to make a little website where I could just be a freak online and have just one place where all of the projects that I'm working on can live, and like where people can find me online. I just think it would be fun. It'd be nice to have somewhere to just like share my random thoughts and like make regular blog posts and stuff like that. So I want to learn how to code to do that. And yeah, I guess you'll find out at some point how that goes. I want to launch my Not Safe for Work Patreon. Another thing that I do is write smut of various kinds. I have been working on growing my Not Safe for Work, like my writer page on Tumblr, which is it's just a smut Tumblr page, and I have like almost 1,200 subs, which is really cool. But I want to put a Patreon because I have 0 income currently, because of various reasons that you'll probably see in a video that I have already filmed. So I'm trying. I want to post one writing post. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. Let's get rid of that so I can just use this as a pointer. Anyway, so yes, I want to get my New York Public Library card. I had a library card as a teen, and then I've lost it since then. And so I just want to get, I've been wanting to go to the library because there's one not too far from me. And I've been wanting to get my library card, but I've just been slacking. I hate going outside and leaving my house. I have 2 credit cards and a loan that I've been trying to pay off. This loan that I have should be due to be paid off this year, so I put it here. I've been working on fan fictions. I have so many ideas for fan fictions, so I'm like, if I can post one, then I'll be satisfied. I want to apply to 2 art events or opportunities, that be a vending event, a gallery, like a submission to a magazine, something. I want to at least apply to 2 this year. I didn't apply to, I think, any last year, and there are ones I've wanted to apply to, but I just could not get myself to do it at all. So I'm hoping that since it's in the confines of this book, I will figure out a way to like plan it into, like, get it into my future, you know. I'm supposed to see a physical health. I have health issues, so those are just a couple of things that I need to do. Watch all my favorite movies. So I've planned to make a list of all my favorite movies, and then make sure I see all of them this year. Just because I've been needing a lot more comfort lately in my life, so I think it would be nice to reward myself for all my efforts and like for just surviving through the year. It would be fun to just like check off all my favorite movies for the nostalgia purposes. I want to sculpt 2 things. If you didn't know, I have a degree in sculpture. I'm an artist, mainly actually. And so these are a couple like art related things. So I want to sculpt 2 things. I want to make 2 paintings. I want to make a zine. I've always wanted to make a zine, but I haven't decided what I want to make the zine about. But I'm going to make a zine. Maybe just about me. Maybe it'll be a freak off. Who will see? I want to sell 2 pieces of art. I actually sold like a few things last year at one art fair. So I'm hoping if I do another art fair, or if I get lucky and like people really like me, if people really like me and they buy my art, that would really make me happy. Another thing, I want to go to a museum since I do live in New York. Even though I wish I didn't, there's so many museums here, so I want to see some more. There's a lighthouse museum that I would like to go see. And then I want to go to the theaters at least once to see a movie. I think it's a nice little treat. It'll be a fun little thing to do. It'll probably be something I end up doing with my sister. And I like both of these, honestly. And I like having things to do with her. I like hanging out with her. And then these are like self-care goals, which is why they have hearts on them. And it's not really like goals to achieve. It's just things to like remind myself. So I just prioritize rest because I need a lot of sleep to function. And if I listen to I find that when I listen to my body more and I give myself the rest that I need, I can usually accomplish much more with my day than I could if I tried to push through. Stim daily, that's just like me reconnect myself, and allowing myself to express myself the ways that I need to. Embrace yourself, more of the like self-acceptance, be like, this is who I am, just lean full into it, go all the way in, and maintain your well-being. So really just like not trying to make decisions for my own sake rather than to make other people happy, which is something that I do struggle with quite often. And then next page we have a desire. So right now I want some Bluetooth headphones, like the sleep bands. I really like listening to music, especially at night. If I could like listen to like binaural beats while sleeping, that'd probably be great for me. I had another thought, but I'll write it down later. And then we have my favorite, it's the blank page, and then my favorite poem in the whole wide world. It's by William Carlos Williams, and this is just to say, I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me, they were delicious, so sweet, and so cold. This has always been my favorite poem. It's just something I've come back to over the years, and it just makes me feel really warm. Also, you might have noticed that these pages have like squares on them. It's because I cut them out with my X-Acto knife, because I do not own a hole punch at this time, which I will be adding to my desires list. Then another major hyperfixation and honestly special interest of mine is the TV show Hannibal. I love psychological horror, and there's something about cannibals and psychopaths in horror media that is so interesting. And just psychology in general, I've always been very interested in. So there's a lot of Hannibal content in this book. So we have his quote to Hannibal: "You're right. We are just alike. You're as alone as I am, and we're both alone without each other." And I think that's very beautiful. Yeah, I like it. And then this is my own art that I drew of the Ortolan from that scene where him and Hannibal eat the little songbirds. This is my art. If I had a color printer and it wasn't a laser printer, you would see a lot more of my own art here. So I guess I'll also be adding that to my desires list, because I would love to have my own stickers and like drawings and stuff in this book as well. To make all different types of art, so I would just like to have them, Then we have one blank page. Flip to another image of Pinhead, my beloved, and then my 2025 calendar. I just made a simple like box calendar just so I can keep track of the days as they go by. I like to have this as well as a wall calendar in my kitchen, because I really very easily lose track of the days, and like today really feels like a Sunday, but it's a Monday. So I always like having just like a little like figure out what day of the week it is, and then like if anything pressing will go in here, and then also my big calendar. Then I have a couple things on the other side of this that I would like to track, at least for this. I'm not sure. I didn't want to commit to any like yearly trackers other than this list of goals that I made. But I know I really want to track certain things, like just to get myself in the habit of doing them, or just to see how often they happen. So I have write 100 words, because a lot of my creativity is written based. It's like my vocal cords hurt right now from having spoken for so long, and I haven't even been speaking for a full half an hour. My next is to read 5 pages, because how else am I going to pick up my books if I'm not reading them? And I'm not, like, these aren't like things I have to get done every day all the time, or things that I expect to happen all the time. It's just, I'm just curious to see like how often they happen. You understand, hyperfocus is days that I spend like an hour plus on a task. It's been happening. I've been allowing myself to like just lean into it fully, and so I'm just interested to see how often it happens. Use the notebook I just also just to keep track to see if I stay in here over the month, the first month in this little like test, I guess. It's getting dark outside, unfortunately. I hope you guys can still see on the camera. I refuse to turn on the big light. Meltdowns. I had a lot of meltdowns in this last quarter of the year. And I'm hoping that the changes that I'm implementing in my life will help lessen that, because it's always very traumatic when it happens. And then naps, because I do want to really prioritize rest and sleep. So I just am curious to see like which days I end up actually napping. And oh, excuse me with my yawning. And then I have, so next is gonna comes my notes pages. So it starts with the God's Busy, Can I Help You? Featuring Pinhead again. And so I have some notes here, some page ideas of things I want to do. We have the box from Hellraiser. I started using the journal a little bit just to see how it would work. It's really nice so far. I like being able to take out the pages and write on them. I wrote a little bit of prose about my dog. And then here is a little bit more of the, like, this is insanity, but it's here to like cheer myself up, because I like looking at these things. I was when I was a kid, and still now, I would like sit and re-listen to songs on repeat and just like write all the lyrics out as I heard them. And like I could look them up and copy them out or print them out, but I really just wanted to sit and write by hand and just like put it out there, so, and like just so I could look at for my own like sake. And so I have written out a bunch of my favorite quotes from Hannibal. The highlighting is not important. It's actually just to visually break it up more. But these are some of my favorite quotes. You have to, I feel like Hannibal for me is a religious experience. So I like to have quotes just like people like to quote the Bible. I think it's funny to relate it that way. Although I'm not actually like, I'm not saying that you should murder or cannibalize anyone. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that the themes and ideas in this book are very impactful. So you have to honestly confront your limitations of what you do and how it affects you. A life without regret would be no life at all. I can't blame him for doing whatever evolution equipped him to do. They have some more. See, this is where I said crazy, because like I did this on purpose, because this looks like the ramblings of a maniac, honestly. But that's like the vibe, just going all in. There's some like places, because I don't remember where the quote was from, but I'm always rewatching Hannibal, so I will fill those little gaps in. And I just love these two little guys. Some more quotes. Suicide is the enemy. The feast is life. You put the feast in your belly and you live. Did you just smell me? Difficult to avoid. I hate that it's in black and white, because you can't really see the images so well. Get some more quotes here. And then I just like printed out some pages of some of my favorite scenes and scenes that I could find, like just like pictures from the script. So we have that. Saw you every day forever. Will I would remember this time. This is where, if I had a colored printer, I have some art pieces related to Hannibal. I'll try to like throw them in your editing style, but those would be in here too. And it's from this scene. And then I haven't decided yet where my like daily pages will go. I think they will go like right before these. Like I'll just start weekly and daily pages right here. Because I just like having these available to flip through. And then we have my self-care and emotional regulation section. And we have my two bald bitches, my two bald bad bitches, Nosferatu and Pinhead, of course. I thought it would be funny with this font, and then no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering. And so this whole section is just going to be dedicated to things that are either coping mechanisms that are good, articles that I've read about, you know, self-regulation, autism related, and just things of that nature. So I have a picture of the wound man and some like self-care. This is like a sleep thing that I found in a book that I was gifted over for Christmas. And then I think the rest, yeah, then we have some blank pages so I could take some more notes and stuff. And then here's my section for coding because I really want to learn how to code. This is just some random image I found off of Google and like typed the word coding in that font. And we have a couple more images of Pinhead. I think as the months come, I'll just like have one of these pictures to replicate this page. So I'll do the same with February. I'll pick like one of these guys. And then the rest of it is just, I think, blank pages. Yeah, blank pages. So that way when I finally get to writing, I can write. So yeah. That is more or less everything. I guess there's some like notes about pages that I want to make for this book in there, and yeah, I think that's the whole video. All right, bye.